God says, my child, pause for a second. Take a deep breath. Yeah, that one. Let the tension drop out of your shoulders and let your heart slow down just a bit. I'm speaking straight to you right now, not by coincidence, not because you clicked the right video at the right time, but because this message was guided into your path. There's no such thing as random when it comes to moments like this. Heaven doesn't waste timing. You've been carrying a weight that most people would have folded under a long time ago. You keep it together on the outside, but inside, it's been heavy, quietly heavy. The kind of heavy nobody claps for, the kind nobody sees when you smile through it. And still, you're here, still breathing, still standing, still hoping. Even when hope feels risky as hell, I see that ache you've been feeling lately, that low, constant pressure in your chest. It's not fresh heartbreak. It's deeper than that. It's the tiredness of a heart that learned how to protect itself a little too well. You built walls to survive, and I get it. You had to. But those same walls that kept the pain out also kept the joy at arm's length. You didn't mean for that to happen. It just did. I see you in those late night hours when everything goes quiet, when it's just you, the ceiling, and thoughts you can't shut off. You wonder if anyone will ever really see you. Not the strong version, not the I'm fine version, but the soft, tired, human version that still wants to be chosen. You ask yourself if love missed you somehow, or if you missed your chance. Hear me clearly now. You have not been overlooked. I've been working behind the scenes in ways you can't see yet. I've been whispering your name into the heart of someone else, someone who knows pain, someone who understands what it means to rebuild yourself piece by piece. This isn't about perfection. This is about depth. This is about two people who didn't quit on themselves. You were chosen for this message because you're real, because you stood in the ashes of things that didn't work out and still believed something better could grow there. You didn't let bitterness win. You didn't let your heart turn cold, and that matters more than you know. I'm not sending you someone who wants to fix you or rush your healing just to make you easier to love. Nah, I'm preparing someone who will sit with you exactly as you are and call it beautiful. Someone who won't flinch at your scars because they have their own. Someone who won't be scared of your depth because they've been to those depths themselves. While you were doing the work, therapy, journaling, choosing to stay when quitting felt easier, I was watching every step. Every morning you got up anyway. Every night you didn't give up. None of that was wasted. Not 1 ounce of it. And lately, you felt it, haven't you? That restless energy, that sense that something's shifting, like your soul knows something's coming before your mind can catch up. That's not anxiety, that's alignment. This loneliness you've worn for so long, it's about to change form. It's about to turn into recognition, not fireworks chaos, but calm knowing. The kind of love that feels like exhaling for the first time in years. And this is just the beginning, because next, I need to tell you why your waiting wasn't punishment, and how the first sign of your soulmate is already showing up, including the letter their name starts with. God says, my child, listen closely now, because this part matters more than you realize. The person I'm bringing into your life isn't some flawless, untouchable figure who's never known pain, that wouldn't match your soul anyway. No, this person has lived. They've fallen, they've lost, and they've had to pick themselves up more times than they ever expected. They carry scars, just like you do, not wounds that are still bleeding, but healed marks that taught them how precious real connection is. Because they've known loss, they've learned how to hold love gently. They don't take hearts for granted. They don't play games with emotions. They know what it costs when something meaningful slips through your fingers. That's why they're ready now. I want you to pay close attention over the next couple of months, not in a stressed, obsessive way, but in a grounded, aware way. Someone from your past may reappear with a completely different heart, or a total stranger might cross your path and feel oddly familiar, like your soul already recognizes them before your brain does. That instant sense of, wait, why does this feel known? That's not imagination. That's alignment. This person has been on their own journey, doing the uncomfortable inner work, learning how to sit alone without feeling empty, learning how to stop chasing surface level connections that never went anywhere. They've been asking for someone real, someone who can go deep, someone who won't shut down when conversations get emotional or real life messy. They're not looking for a performance. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for you. When you're with them, you won't feel like you need to prove yourself. You won't feel like you have to be on all the time. Their presence will feel familiar, like finally walking into your own home after a long, exhausting trip. No tension, no guessing, just ease. I've been aligning your frequencies. Yeah, that's real. Tuning your hearts to the same emotional wavelength so you can recognize each other even if circumstances try to keep you apart for now. This love isn't here to erase your past. It honors it. This person doesn't want the naive version of you from years ago. They want the wiser, stronger, more honest version standing here today. There's a season for everything. You've already walked through the breaking. You survived the lonely rebuilding phase. And now, you're stepping into the season of loving, but not from desperation, not from emptiness, from wholeness. Your mind might try to talk you out of believing this. It might start listing reasons why this could fail, or why staying guarded feels safer. But your spirit already knows the truth your mind hasn't fully caught up to yet. Everything that hurt you was shaping you for this moment. Imagine being chosen, not in spite of your depth, but because of it. Imagine being with someone who doesn't need you to be light and easy all the time. Someone who can sit with you in silence, in sadness, in joy, and not run. That safety you've been craving, it's real. Every relationship that ended wasn't rejection. It was redirection. Every time someone couldn't handle your emotional depth, it was training you to recognize the one who can. You weren't losing. You were refining. And I need you to hear this clearly. You are not being asked to settle. You're being invited to rise to the level of love you're finally ready for. If your heart is quietly whispering, "This feels true," that's not wishful thinking. That's recognition. Because next, I'm going to show you how to recognize them when they appear, and why the first letter of their name will hit your spirit before it ever reaches your ears. God says, "My child, let me clear something up right now. Your season of waiting was never punishment. It wasn't delay for the sake of denial. It was preparation, deep, intentional, soul-level preparation. You weren't being held back. You were being built up. There were nights you wondered if you were asking for too much. You questioned your standards. You asked yourself if maybe your heart was too complicated, too damaged, too tired to start again. You looked in the mirror and thought, who would want someone who had to be rebuilt from scratch? But hear me now. The version of you that survived and healed is the exact version someone has been praying for. You didn't become too much. You became ready. The love that's coming doesn't need you to shrink or simplify yourself. This person doesn't want easy. They want real. They want conversations that go past the surface. They want laughter that comes from shared understanding and silence that feels safe instead of awkward. When you talk to them, You won't feel the urge to filter your thoughts or soften your truth to keep the peace. You'll just be. I've been synchronizing your paths in ways you can't track with logic. Your emotional timing, your growth, your readiness. It's all lining up. That's why you've felt that internal shift lately, that restlessness that won't let you fall back into old habits, that sudden intolerance for shallow connections. That's your soul saying, I'm done settling. You might have noticed signs already: repeating numbers, songs hitting different, random memories popping up and then dissolving, dreams that feel more vivid than usual. That's not random noise. That's spiritual confirmation. Your heart is waking up to what's coming. And let me be real with you for a second. This love won't feel chaotic. If you're used to emotional roller coasters, the calm might throw you off at first. You might even wonder, why does this feel so steady? That's because peace doesn't scream, it settles. It doesn't rush, it arrives. This person will see your scars and won't try to rewrite your story. They'll respect the wisdom you earned through pain. They won't want you to forget what you've learned. They'll want to build on it. They won't glamorize your suffering, but they'll honor the strength it gave you. Your past relationships weren't failures. They were lessons. Each one showed you something about your worth, your boundaries, your needs. Each ending was me clearing space, cutting cords that couldn't carry the weight of where you were headed. You weren't losing love. You were being redirected toward a deeper version of it. I know you still have moments where trusting again feels risky, where believing this feels almost too good to be true. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to stay open anyway. And you've been doing that, even when it scared you. That's why I'm asking you now to soften instead of brace, to allow hope back in, even if it feels vulnerable. You don't have to force belief. Just don't shut the door on it. You've already done the hardest part. You healed without knowing who you were healing for. That's rare. That's powerful. And that's why this connection will meet you at your level, not drain you beneath it. This love isn't coming to fill a void. It's coming to share a life. Because next, I need to tell you what to release right now, and why letting go of one lingering attachment is the final step before the name reveal begins. God says, my child, this part requires honesty with yourself most of all. Before this love can fully step into your life, something has to shift, not out in the world, but inside you. You've grown so much, but there are still a few emotional cords quietly pulling at your energy, and it's time to release them. This isn't about blame. It's about readiness. Some of you are still holding a tiny flame for someone who could never meet you at your depth. Maybe it's an ex. Maybe it's a what if. Maybe it's the version of someone you hoped they would become. You don't talk about it. You barely admit it to yourself. But that attachment, no matter how small, is taking up space that belongs to the love that's coming. You can't welcome something new with both hands full. I need you to stop pouring energy into situations where you give far more than you receive. Stop romanticizing inconsistency. Stop explaining away silence. The love I'm sending won't leave you confused. It won't have you questioning your worth or rereading messages trying to decode meaning. It will be clear, steady, intentional. Right now, I'm asking you to practice the art of receiving. And yeah, I know, that's uncomfortable for you. You're used to being the strong one, the giver, the one who shows up even when you're running on empty. But this season is different. Start small. Accept the compliment without deflecting it. Let someone help you without feeling guilty. Allow yourself to be cared for without feeling weak. Receiving is not dependence. It's balance. As you learn to receive in small ways, your heart stretches its capacity for something bigger. That's how you prepare for a soulmate connection. not by chasing it, but by becoming available for it. I also need you to stop trying to control how this shows up, overthinking timelines, obsessing over methods, strategizing your way into love. That's not your job. This meeting is being arranged at a level far beyond dating apps, algorithms, or coincidence. The more you loosen your grip, the smoother this unfolds. Trust the quiet nudges. If you feel drawn to say yes to an invitation that normally wouldn't excite you, pay attention. If someone unexpected crosses your path and your intuition leans in, don't brush it off. I don't always lead with a loud sign. Sometimes it's just a calm inner pull that says, go here, talk to them, stay open, clear your environment too. Emotional clutter shows up physically. Make space in your home. Clean out reminders of old chapters that no longer match who you are. When you shift your surroundings, your energy follows. This love requires room to land. And let me tell you something important. You don't have to be finished to be chosen. You just have to be honest and available. The person coming into your life isn't looking for perfection. They're looking for presence. They're looking for someone who's willing to grow with them, not hide behind independence's armor. You've already done the heavy lifting. Now it's about alignment. The moment you truly release what no longer serves you, things will start moving fast, faster than you expect. That's why this part matters so much. Delay only happens when we hold on to what's already expired. Because next, I'm going to reveal how you'll recognize them instantly, and why the first letter of their name will confirm everything your heart already knows. God says, my beloved child, listen with your whole soul now, because this is the final key. You've done the work. You've survived what tried to harden you. You chose healing when bitterness would have been easier. And because of that, you are standing at the edge of something sacred. This love isn't coming to rescue you from your life. It's coming to walk beside you in it. As this connection approaches, I'm asking you to stay devoted to what brought you here. Keep honoring your healing. Keep your boundaries strong. Keep choosing honesty over comfort. This relationship will meet you where you are, but it will also rise with you. Two whole people, no saviors, no projects, just partnership. Now, here's what I need you to understand about the name and the letter I've been showing you. When you first encounter this person, or even hear their name, you'll feel it before you think it. There will be a subtle but undeniable response in your body. A pause, a calm hit of recognition, not anxiety, not adrenaline, just a quiet, oh, there you are. That letter won't feel random. It'll feel familiar, like your heart already knew it long before your mind caught up. That's how confirmation works. It doesn't shout, it settles. You may meet them in an unexpected way, a casual moment, a normal setting, nothing dramatic. And that's the point. This love doesn't need chaos to feel alive. It will feel natural, grounded, safe. You'll notice how easy it is to be yourself around them. No shrinking, no performing, no walking on eggshells. And when doubt tries to creep in, and it will, I want you to remember this. Every heartbreak you endured was preparation, not punishment. Every ending cleared space. Every lonely night trained your heart to recognize home when it finally arrived. Someone out there has been praying for a love exactly like you. Your depth, your honesty, your softness, and your strength. They don't know your name yet, but they feel you coming. And very soon, they'll hear it and realize why nothing before ever worked. This is not a distant future message. The shift has already begun. The alignment is active. What's happening now is the final convergence. Timing, readiness, and openness meeting at once. So here's your part moving forward. Stay open, Stay receptive. Stay brave enough to believe again. Practice receiving love in small ways every day. Speak gratitude over what's coming even before it arrives. Release the urge to control. Let yourself be led. When intuition nudges you, listen. When peace shows up, trust it. And when this love finally steps into your reality, you'll understand everything. Why the waiting mattered. Why the losses were necessary. Why you had to become who you are now before meeting them. If you're ready, truly ready, to welcome this love, comment below. I am open. I am ready. I trust. That's not for me. That's for you. It's a declaration that your heart is no longer closed for protection, but open for connection. Remember this. Your scars did not disqualify you. They qualified you. You are not forgotten. You are not late. And your love story is far from over. The name, the letter, the confirmation, it's already on its way.